believe Saddam Hussein was convinced from the start that he'd never see this day. This is the world's fourth largest army, in disarray.
War is not a matter of force ratios or tactics alone. It is always a matter of shock, surprise, and morale.
Morale was a factor from day one.
Saddam Hussein is generally hated at home, and there was not support within Iraq for this war.
The dictator expected to enhance his image with an easy victory, but he miscalculated American determination.
After Vietnam and after Lebanon, he saw us as weak, a nation that could not take casualties, a nation that could not stay the course.
Saddam was also surprised by the extent of international outrage and the effectiveness of U.S. military technology. Patriot missiles diffused the threat of Scud attacks on Israel, which could have split the coalition. American M1A1 battle tanks and Apache helicopters chewed up Iraq's T-72s, and superior U.S. air power grounded the entire Iraqi Air Force. Precision Allied bombings destroyed communications, command centers, resupply convoys, and troop bunkers. The battle plan included deceptive tank and amphibious movements that tricked Iraq into moving its troops. That opened holes, letting coalition forces advance quickly and encircle the enemy. So the question was not if Iraq would be defeated, but when.
As far as Saddam Hussein being a great military strategist, he is neither a strategist, nor is he schooled in the operational art, nor is he a tactician, nor is he a general, nor is he as a soldier. Other than that, he's a great military man.
Analysts say there's only two ways out for Saddam Hussein. He'll leave power altogether or live on as a troublemaker, but without his military machine.
An advantage.
In the old days, we used flares and searchlights to see our enemy in the dark.
The earliest known way to see at night is to turn on a light, whether it be a candle or World War I searchlights into World War II searchlights. But that has a disadvantage, of course. When you turn on your lights, you give your position away, you take a lot of incoming when you do that.
By contrast, soldiers in the Persian Gulf War used night scopes to see in the dark without they themselves being seen. And pilots using night scopes can spot a target even though it's pitch black outside. All this sounds impossible, and it would be, but for the efforts at the Center for Night Vision and Electro-Optics at Fort Belvoir, Virginia. This is where Army scientists have conquered darkness, developing the two basic kinds of night scopes now being used by the military.
At about the Vietnam War era, we developed the first technology we have for seeing at night, which is called image intensification. This is based upon the principle of taking whatever light there is out there at night, that is stars and moon, and taking that ambient radiation and intensifying it and bringing it up to a level that a human being can observe it.
I'm down here in Fort Belvoir's night vision tunnel to show you just how an image intensifier works. For starters, let's simulate starlight. Now, you can't see me through an ordinary camera anymore, but look at me through an image intensifier, nearly as bright as day. Now, let's go one step further and make it absolutely pitch black in here by turning out all the lights. Now you can't even see me in an image intensifier, but you can see me using something else, something called a thermal imager. Thermal imagers work by sensing the heat radiating from a person or object. Hot objects radiate more than cold ones do. The same principle is behind thermography, which doctors once used to diagnose cancer. Tumors, it turns out, are hotter than surrounding tissue. In the Persian Gulf War, thermal imagers are being used in many different ways. What about this instrument here, Jim? What is it?
This is the TOW night sight. It's on the TOW missile system. Our troops use it to acquire targets.
And they actually steer the missile, I understand, with that.
That's right.
It's amazing. Now, what about this one here?
This is the thermal sight that goes in the M60 tank. It's used to acquire targets for the main gun.
And even though it's a night scope, it can actually be used during the day.
That's right.
They aim the turret and they shoot the
It's
cannon.
a day-night sight, yes.
Amazing. Now, what about this little guy?
This is an advanced development model. It's not out with field troops right now. It's designed to be a man-portable rifle sight.
Oh, so it's the future. Could he aim it, let's say, at the cars out here in the parking lot to see what they look like?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You know what I notice is that most of the cars are pretty dark, Jim, but look at that person there.
That's because the person is warmer than the cars. The cars have been sitting there for a while. They've cooled off. The engines have been running. Where the person is very warm. That's what we call these thermal signatures.
And out in the battlefield, you can tell whether a tank or an airplane has been sitting there or whether it's just come back from a mission or whether it's operating?
Yes.
Many of our laser-guided weapons were also developed here at the Center for Night Vision. Right now, they're working on laser beams that are invisible to the naked eye and that are more powerful and thus have a greater range.
CBS reporter Frank Courier reports on a town in mourning.
Within the proud ranks of this little Army Reserve unit near Pittsburgh, casualties mount. And today the military confirms 23-year-old Beverly Clark and 22-year-old Christine Mays, both Army specialists, are the first women killed in the Persian Gulf War.
She died believing in what she believed in, and she was proud to be there and be part of it.
Here in the hills of western Pennsylvania, it's the sad news everyone dreaded. After a tearful send-off, reservists from the 14th Quartermaster Detachment went to war, and after only a week in Saudi Arabia, a Scud missile destroyed their barracks, killing 28, injuring 100 more.
I would say a commander's worst fear has just been realized.
The news of heavy casualties from the Scud attack is a shock to many here in Greensburg who assumed their hometown heroes, mostly weekend warriors, held safe jobs deep behind the front lines. Today, with the headquarters in mourning, families sought help wherever they could find it. Parents of everyday school teachers, students, and truck drivers turned reservists who won't be coming home.
It hurts so bad to believe it. He promised me he'd be back.
At a high school memorial service, students honored the victims as peacemakers. Here in this town with the first women to die in a unit with the military's biggest losses, the Gulf War has touched home.